when you come together, that voice amplifies, the message gets stronger, you're more likely to be heard. So if you can unify and come together, that's definitely one.
It's not just about the skill set, but I think it's also about the opportunity that partnership work collaboration offers to small organisations such as yourself, According Women Today, or small BME organisations that wouldn't have a chance to secure a contract without being in partnership.
Two of the ladies inside there, they've just had their husband taken away from them, last week because of domestic abuse. And so they had called me to say, you're the Women Today leader, what do we do? And okay, what do I do? So if I have that kind of relationship with Nikki, I'm able to pick up the phone and you'll be able to help me.
It's a two-way street as well, isn't it? Because you would be able to help me understand some of the cultural barriers to the work that we do and the way that we operate.
Yes.
And so I think that it's really important to acknowledge that. And most leaders of those organisations find themselves in a very lonely place sometimes. And so I think that it's really important to get that support on a human level as well. And certainly that's what I see as a huge benefit from partnership work. Certainly in terms of influencing commissioners as a women's sector, we've got a wealth of experience, and certainly most of us have got a wealth of data, and most importantly we've got those grassroots voices, because actually we need to be driving services from the bottom up, not from the top down.
I think that there's still some of that mindset that the voluntary sector and services that exist in the voluntary sector are fragmented and don't talk to each other, and actually the opposite's true. I think we do.
We've got to make sure that we understand what the needs are in local communities, and I guess that's where some of the smaller women's sector is in a really unique position, because we have women coming through the doors every day of the week and understand sometimes that the strategy that's written out on the top shelf doesn't work out quite so effectively on the ground. So we really need to be feeding that up and influencing the commissioning framework and influencing what's commissioned and what goes out there.
You can get what's happening on the ground in your organisation fed up, and that can lead to bigger change. I think that's value for an organisation like ours, knowing that we're part of a bigger picture.
Trust takes time, and it's important for us to build that trust, but the only way we can build that trust is to spend time together. Like, for example, commissioners, we know they're busy, but when we organize events like this, I think it's important for them to come to attend these events, and also for them to see for themselves that, look, there is great work and people are actually doing something.
We can give a real life example of the work that the Women's Resource Centre, in collaboration with IMCAN and the Women's Aid Partnership, have come together to offer support to a small emerging organisation like Women Today. So I think there's some real valuable learning that we can take from this. I think it's important. Somewhere I feel like we need to write this up, and we need to be talking about how that's done, because it is a model of good practice. So maybe if someone's sort of creating a space for us all to come together, it's easier than you having to create it, because in real honesty, when would we ever be able to do that?
The only way is when we work together and when we spend time together, we're able to build that trust. We're able to know what is Women Today doing, what is actually doing, and then we work together and by spending that time together.
I think there's value in feeling when you work in a small organisation and you're busy with the day job that you're part of something bigger. There's value in knowing that you're part of a bigger network that is influencing, and that you wouldn't have the opportunity to do that on your own.
Yeah.
But by having those conversations and by feeding in whatever way that looks like.
Certainly, when I think of partner agencies that we work with, I don't necessarily think of partner agencies that we're in a formal contract with. I think of partner agencies that I can pick up the phone, have a conversation on a bad day.